My country people, we don't come back again. You know, say Nigeria big, well. You understand? When you dey talk of one, another one they come out. Our problem too plenty. As the people plenty, that's so the problem plenty. If you want to say our problem be, ask man we get more than one wife. He go tell you say problem need to finish for house. I beg. So Nigeria be our country. As they talk of how boys now don't they live the right way, they choose the bad path. We talk of how children now, we they know if come out in the night, you see small children, girls. I don't know what they do for night. Other they say something for night. Different things they happen. So we not fit deal on everything once. So now one step at a time. So now what we want to talk about now, this election where they come for 2023. When we talk that one finish, the next after our guests go, the next one we will talk. Now the bill where our president signed yesterday, that one I call. Now we go call it. But to talk about this election, how to choose good and competent leaders, I don't know how. I know they know something finished. Chuka don't know something finished. Nobody know everything finished. But we will continue to ask people. Last week we bring politician. Today we bring businessman. His name is Dr. ASHIMASHIGA Michael. I pronounce the name well. That your name be like Dutch name. Which kind of name you know? I say.
You know, in life, generally, most of us that are coming, we know where we're coming from. And, you know, parents, initially, they looked at situation. And then they give names to children based on the circumstances that comes out at that particular time. So every traditional or maybe tribal name has its own meaning. Like mine, even right from my primary one, my teacher always tells me, he said he wants to change this ASHIMASHIGA. So I told him, I said, I love that name, just leave it like that. He said, why must you only carry one name? I said, no, there are people with that name. He said, you have never had. I said, so thank God you had now. So
we start from that name first. What is the name mean?
The name has a long meaning. Although, you know, in life, my mother, he said she gave birth to some children and they kept going. Although I have some few seniors, but they say on my particular they said this one because I sick as if I will die. She now looked at it and said, no, this one will not die. Nobody will make jest of her. Yes, ASHIMASHIGA. Ashim in an Igon tradition. You know, when they say Ashim, that is God.
Okay.
Yes. Or Ambashim.
Okay.
Yes. So, you know, before the Western education, before the coming of the missionary, the Christ and the rest of it, where some of the names have been changed, you see some people bearing English name and the rest of it. Our parents use those situations around. Okay, this is what is happening to me. We must change it. So they rename a particular person based on an area based on those kind of situation around. So to mine, he said, this one has to fulfill his dream. So nobody, you know, when someone dies or an elder, and there is this ashim that is just like a masquerade. They call it, you know, they don't allow women to see them and the rest of it. Those ones will come. If the person live a good life, they will use that to sing praises to him. But if he live a bad life, you see those guys just like a spirit, they call them masquerade. They will come out and be making just you with what you have done. Look at where you have ended. So they use all those. So on my own, he said, nobody will come and make jest of her. So those are the things.
Oh boy, now wow, we don't leave those things. So now courage, I want to hear good luck, patience, love, favor. Nobody they answer long suffering. Nobody they give you picking long suffering. No. Everybody now good luck, money, big name. Nobody they give, but they forget the long suffering. Now in the Bible, they don't want to answer that one. So, but maybe we continue from where we stop. Now we see that people they talk. So one leg to the left, other leg to the right. But we come to this main business where they talk now. How we fit choose who be leader? Most start down first. Who be leader?
You know, when we talk of leadership, you know, it has a very long meaning. You don't just say this is a leader. There must be attributes. There must be qualities that follows up to say this is a leader. And those qualities cannot just come up until that person exhibits that maybe either a vision or a dream, or you have a passion for a particular thing, which in most cases you see the society or the nation at last maybe looking at that person and say, no, you can't break even in this, or you can't work this out. So on his own personal ground, he said, based on what I know, if I don't discourage myself, just like what the Bible says, it says a strong and a healthy spirit of a man sustains him in his days of adversity and bodily pain. A weak and broken spirit, who can bear? For you to be a leader, you must have challenges. You must see a problem that you want to solve this problem. You can't just be a leader without solving a problem. What have you developed on your own to makes you to have that quality of being a leader? So those are the major key things that we must look into first before we talk of leadership.
No, so a person will won't be leader now, either for councillor or chairman of local government or governor or senator.
Yes.
He go don't do something outside that position.
Outside that position.
So if you never do something, and we know say you get that kind potentials inside, you never build road, you never do anything, but we know say this man, if we give her this thing, he could do well. We're not supposed to give that kind of person unless you don't try other parts of business or other parts of human endeavor.
What makes you to say that this man will do this if we give him this? Have you tried him with something small? Or has he tried himself to show that, yes, people, this is what I am doing, and I have proven beyond every reasonable doubt.
But if the person if you not get opportunity.
Why? Everybody is born with an opportunity. You have your own idea, I have mine. You have your own dream, I have mine. And my brother also have his. The fields where you are being called, where God have destined you to bring out your talent, so that I can see to your talent and learn from you, and then you can also see it from mine and learn from me, and then we'll bring it up together and then develop and bring out something. Because where you function well, whether I like it or not, if I've lived my own, following you say what you are doing, I must follow it, then that is where I have failed. So I must believe in what you have. So you must exhibit that which God have destined you to be. You must bring it out first. So I can't just come out and say you are a leader when I see that you cannot bear with some certain stress or challenges. You know, it's just like when we talk of leadership, you look at what is. One day I was in the Ijora bus stop in Lagos there, during around 99, 2000. So while I was there, because by then I was selling motorcycles. Okay. So I'll be running to Lagos from Akwanga in Nasarawa State. I'll be running to Lagos, buying one motorcycle, come back to Akwanga, come and sell, go back again the next week, buy one, come back. So so by then one day I was just sitting at the garage waiting. I saw this old man in a gutter, pit, just opposite where we are loading. I saw him inside that pit packing all this dirty out, removing them one after the other. The thing struck me. I said, this man's supposed to be at home. Let his children be doing some of these things to feed him up. Now look at him at his own age doing this. I said, God. So I removed money I wanted to go and give him. Then one spirit, God told me, he said, turn your back. I turned my back. When I looked, I only saw young children, aged, my mates, and some of them even that are not even up to my. You see 13 years, you see 14 years, you see 15 years, and then 17 years. They are there smoking this Igbo. When I saw them firing smokes and the rest of it, I said, God, why did you allow me? He said, look at these children at your back. See the way they are smoking and the rest. And then look at that man. These are the kind of life he lived that took him to that place. So don't go and give him one error. I now withdraw. I say, so if I don't live the right life, if I don't do the right thing right from the beginning, then I know that I have a problem in the future.
So now, if for instance, now we know say this man, the way we the kind of friends he keeps, the kind of association we gets, then tomorrow it can reach time to select leaders. And the people we will choose the leaders, now the same set of people where the man that associates with. And the correct people we suppose do well, we get good past. They're not in the position to even say they want position or they fit appoint person. How with this kind of things will happen now, what they just explain now, how if we get good people to occupy position when the good ones they far from the table?
You know, sometimes God made it very clear that I give leaders based on the kind of mind that you people have. If we are having leaders and we are regretting having such kind of leaders, it's because of our kind of mind. We are not ready to allow God to choose those leaders for us.
Now God, they choose leaders.
God have to destined somebody. God have destined somebody and then ask you, you seek, say, God, bring that right person that you have chosen.
So God will show everybody for Nigeria one
Not
person.
God will not. If anybody is coming out that I want to be a leader, everybody will have different fields. It's not that somebody will just go to government office because he knows that there is money there. Will just go and carry money from government office. He have not put any even pure water factory in his own community to warrant the people that don't have anything doing to be working there to get something, and he cannot sustain that. And then is coming up say, I want to be this. What do you have to give to me that I don't have any work doing? You see, when we talk of leadership, the major problem that the world is suffering today, or Nigeria, let me say particularly, if you choose a wrong leader, you must operate on a very worse situation. When we talk of unemployment, Nigerians have the highest unemployment rate. Highest by calculation of let's take population of the whole world. Some countries looking at the population and so for Nigerian, we have the highest unemployed youth. We have the highest poverty rate in the whole world. India with their population supposed to be even the highest. What did India did to come out of that? Look at China and the rest of them. Where is Nigeria before? Where is China and India when Nigeria is Nigeria? So when you look at those things, it's self-discipline. They now believe in who they are, what God has destined them to be. In Nigeria, if I am coming out for any political position, Nigeria, this time around, I always warn my brother. I was in police station in Nyanya one day, particularly to mention. You know, I went there they called me, the DPO called me. I was there. When I went there, I was standing outside. Before I get in, I saw one young man behind a counter eating. The way he's eating that food, I was imagining within my mind. I said, has this man ate for the past 1 week or so, the way he's eating that rice? So, while I was contemplating, I discovered that they brought somebody from cell. The cell guard brought out somebody. So the policeman that was at the counter, he was just using his hand to be searching because, you know, at their counter, you know, they have where they put their food and other things. So the food that they bought for somebody that is in cell, they brought it, the policeman kept it on the counter. At that process, he was trying to, because he was the one that dropped it and he was communicating with someone, so he's trying to use that means to bring it out. At the end, he couldn't find it. He said, where is the food I kept here now? He turned, he discovered the young man behind him was just firing rice. He said, is it not the rice that they brought for this man? He said, are you not the one that stole phone, handset, and they brought you here? Who brought food for you? The guy is just firing the food. When they have to force and seize the remaining food, he slapped it. The man is saying, Zaka Keshen, that means you want to kill me, you want to kill me. He said, hunger is killing me. Policeman told him, he said, you stole outside, they brought you inside the police station, and inside the police station again, you steal food. It's not that he wants to steal, he stole that food and he's eating because of hunger. When you look at the situation of Nigeria now, what is happening is the failure from leadership. Let me say the first one, we have to appreciate the president for signing the electoral bill.
Yes, not be play, it's not easy.
It's not easy. I know there are gray areas that people are communicating either to everybody, you know, civil society, we have to appreciate them all, we have to appreciate the entire nation for them to work and make sure that the president cannot just sign anything without looking. He must give him time to be watching. So the president, as we know, he has his own ideology, he has his own way. So everybody has his own way of responding to situations. So those pressures cannot put him below. So those gray areas that maybe people are complaining, the civil society and the rest are rising up because of that. I know Since other past president couldn't sign, he came up and signed.
I
believe the next one that will come,
they will sign the remaining.
They will still sign the remaining one. So these ones that we have now, we appreciate the president and we pray that he will do more. And let me tell you, we want to still appreciate the president. You know, in agriculture, when you see the poverty and the health challenges and problems, unemployment, these kidnappers and the rest of the banditry, these are all results of wrong leaders. If you choose a wrong leader coming this 2023, I don't know where we'll find Nigeria.
You as a businessman, how politicians did it affect owner?
You know, my kind of project. I'm the president, Moringa Farmers and Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. I'm the president, Eden Group Farmers Multipurpose Cooperative Society, and at the same time the CEO, Eden Moringa Productions and Marketers Limited.
Only you?
You know, these are 20 years of research. I have not just come up with this for now. I stood there when everybody ran away. I said, I will never, God shows me, he said, Nigerian is wasting his time if he refuses to believe in you. He said, go to anywhere, even if they go to heaven, God say, I will send them back. Let them come and learn from what your son, ASHIMASHIGA, have done. I have go to National Veterinary Research Institute in Bonn. We have solved all this problem of avian influenza, all this outbreak of diseases that makes farmers to be crying. You see somebody carrying all his hard-earned money after maybe retiring from work to build a factory or to build a poultry house, and at the end disease will come up and clear it off. I have to solve that problem on my own. I don't mention so many things out. But I work on those things based on the leadership, on what the country have set up on ground. And then on them, since I have done this, issues of all these ranches and the rest of it, I've solved all those problems. But they said they will never allow it to work out.
My leader stopped down.
My leader stopped that. Come, I have the biggest Moringa factories in the whole of Africa.
That way they talk. So that one they talk. Our leaders down. That one an issue for another day. You understand?
Yes.
What now they ask as a businessman, how government,
can
National
take
Assembly, go fit affect our businesses
that is
positively?
What, you know, I have to, you know, if I don't just respond to questions without bringing the foundation, what makes a nation or leadership or politicians to look at a project and fall into it to help their citizens? Some because of some selfish interests. We have religious bias, sectionalism and the rest of it. Where is this one coming from? So for businesses, we the businessmen, I have my factory. I think I have one of the biggest factories of Moringa extraction in the whole of Africa. It's here in Abuja. But to tell you, has any politician, they have gone there, they have seen. Some have even took me. You know, it's a battle. So, but we have to stand on our own. They feel empowering this project, which the project is the only thing that Nigerian must do to solve his own unemployment, which is leading this youth to banditry, to kidnapping, and Yahoo that they are talking. You know, everything has a route, and if you refuse as a leader to follow the route, you can never solve. You know, no matter how they buy guns in this country to keep shooting the bandits, keep shooting the kidnappers, keep shooting the Yahoo boys and the rest of it, I bet them they will never solve this problem without going to the root. As a leader, this is a research that we have done at these particular agencies that federal government have set. Have we used those research to affect the life of the children, the youth, and the rest of it? Have we done that? If we have not done it, you think you will buy gun. The money you use for gun, use that money and empower them. There are times that you see as leadership, I will see some of the governors and the rest of them. You call kidnappers or bandits to say, I'm giving them amnesty. Can you sustain them? Have you paid your salaries for your workers and the rest of it? Have you paid their wages and so many things that they were suffering? That you go and pay kidnappers or bandits? While the major thing, the infrastructures that you're supposed to put on ground as a leader, you have an idea that if I set, you know, when I was growing up, there is this Ministry of Works, Ministry of Agriculture and the rest of it. By then, you go to the government agencies or local government, you will find a lot of rice, you find a lot of beans, you find a lot of so many maize and the rest of it. So people hunger and the rest of it is not there. So those times, security, all these social vices is lesser, even though most people attribute it to all this social, the technology, the high rate of technology that we are is building every day. So people attribute it to that. I say it's not just that. Some of us that we are coming up, we know where we are coming from. I started pushing wheelbarrow from my primary 2. At my primary 2, I told my parents, I said, don't buy pencil or biro for me. So that if I score 0 in the class, you won't come and flog me at home.
ASHIMASHIGA. My country was still on the matter. When we take small time, we call a lawyer, may tell us waiting his side of the law for this bill where our president just signed now. When we finish with the call, we will come back with Dr. ASHIMASHIGA. That name strong. We'll come ask Barrister Maxwell Okpara, make it tell us how inside the bill where our president signed, and if the clause where the president will remove, whether the clause they okay for the eye of the law. You understand? Whether they okay in the eyes of the law, because this country will do so. As farmer they talk your own, doctor they talk your own, politicians they talk their own, everybody they talk waiting consign them. We find out from Barrister Maxwell Okpara. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
My name is EKANEM INYANG. I call from waiting the apple for ITV.
Well done, sir.
Barrister, I want to find out from you. You know, the last time when you come here for studio, we talk about this electoral amendment bill where we see the president sign. President signed them yesterday. You don't see the picture of the signing?
Yes.
How you see the process? What do you feel say? How you see them? You feel say they okay like that, and with the ones who they remove?
Anyway, the president has done what is expected of him. It's not as if that he has done us any favor. He never did us any favor, because signing a bill is one of the responsibility. Yeah. Signing a bill of National Assembly into law is one of the responsibility of Mr. President. And when somebody, and he never did it because we are paying him. We are paying Mr. President tissue paper, we are paying his best, we are paying everything that he's doing. For the power close to 8 years now, Mr. President.
You have 1 minute.
Kai. Oh, she. That's so it be. Since what would they call it since? That's so it be now. What they call it, so they program. I will still buy it now. I might buy another one, a small thing. A small thing be that one. So just tell me. So now, as a young person, what do you feel say we will do to fit choose a good person we go lead us?
You know, this time around, I think everybody have to sit down. Everybody, both the kidnapper, both the bandit, both the unemployed, both the poor one, everybody. There is one of my publications, I say even the deaf and dumb know the present situation that we are in. So he must, as far as he is, he will be praying, God, help me to even think, you know.
Sorry, sir, the thing will go off. I can't finish, I don't buy new one. Oh, yeah, tell me more about it.
I said, well, I don't know where I stopped.
Continue.
Okay.
You said that when they pay president salary, now when they buy a tissue and everything we they use.
So close to 8 years now, Mr. President has never buy fuel with his money. Mr. President, they don't even know how much they are selling clean or soap in the market. We are paying everything for him. So for Mr. President to sign the bill, he did not do it free. This is something that we paid him to do, and they have done it. So people should not try to put down the entire Nigeria because Mr. President has signed the bill. That one is the point I'm trying to make. Then secondly, after signing that bill yesterday, Mr. President made a comment saying that National Assembly should amend the Act and delete Section 84 sub 12 of that Act, which says that that Section 84 sub 12 says that no public officer,
minister or commissioner, special advisor.
no political appointee shall participate shall be voted for or participate in any primaries or any conferences of any political party. That is to say, you are expected to resign, just like as APC is expected to have conferences and convention on the 26th.
Yeah.
If you know that you are going to participate, you are expected to resign. Mr. President said that particular section offends the provisions of the Constitution. Now, if that section offends the provisions of the Constitution, that is to amend it. And on our own, we said no. I never offend any provisions of the Constitution. If it's not a right, for you to be a minister, it's not a right, it's a privilege. So you cannot say because you are appointed a minister, you say that it is your right. It's not your right. If you want to contest, if you feel that you can move, you are a shaker and a mover of this, you should be able to resign. The issue of using our government official car, using government official money to be campaigning for you while you're in the office, just like as we witnessed in the case of Fayemi of Ekiti State, should not come up again. So that's why. So now that he has told the National Assembly such a thing, and we believe that Mr. President has said on several occasions, the National Assembly said that whatever Mr. President said, that they will do. So now that he has said this thing, we are suspecting that the National Assembly is going to amend that decision. So that's why by Monday, I'm using this weekend to put up my papers. By Monday, I'm going to court, taking Attorney General, the President to court, asking court to declare, to declare that Section 84 sub 12 is not does not contravene the Constitution. That is our position.
Barrister, you don't really go court now.
Of course, now, because if you allow them, they will go and amend that, and you see somebody, you see somebody who is a minister, and all their target is 2022 budget. They want to hijack the 2022 budget and use it to go and campaign. So that's why we are expecting that they should resign. If you know that you have interest, you should resign. Why should you be in that office and you are contesting? So if we allow them, if they amend that law now, you will see that they will be there till 2023 when the election will be taking place. So we said no. We are going to court. I'm going to court on Monday.
Okay. I bet after you go court finish, we'll go call you later so that you go tell us what the judge talk.
No problem.
All right, thank you very much. I don't hear Barrister Maxwell Okpara don't talk your own side of the law. Waiting in field, say the government supposed to. Clause 58. Stipulate say anybody with the whole political office like minister, commissioner, special advisor must step down if he won't participate as delegate for political party or he won't contest as governor or councillor or chairman or senator. If you won't contest, you suppose step down first, resign, then come as you be. Come field, make everybody know say yes, now you. Don't say you go use government motto, government police, government escorts. Till they walk up and down, till they intimidate your opponent. That one for makes sense. But the cost be the remover. No, we say that one, me no. But we will still continue. Dr. ASHIMASHIGA Michael, time don't go. We need to pack our kaya now. They go. We need to bring you back again because we got many things we need to do together for this our country. Nigeria must better.
Nigeria, God shows me, is one of the best country in the whole world that the whole world envy. But we must fight it and stand on it. On what you have, what the other party have, what even the kidnapper have. Some of them went into that because they feel they have been cheated. Some resort to crime because they feel, oh, I'm supposed to be in this place. They deny me, so let me go and join that too. So, but when we have minds for that 2023, like INEC, there are things that they must put in place. Even me personally, I have grievances with even INEC.
What did they do you again?
They deny me my voter's card. I transfer from somewhere to Abuja here. Give me my voters since 2018. I've been battling. Go today, they are not working. Go tomorrow, no work. Are government paying them salary for them to be at their various house and close the INEC office? When you get, they say until so time. So me as a farmer, and I have my staff. I have more than 52 staffs in my factory, paying them every month. Then government cannot even look at what I'm doing. Then you expect Nigeria to move better. I have the product in the whole world, all over the world. They are distributing our product now. Because I stood there in the night, even from Ghana, all of America and the rest of them. They brought their people for me to train so that they will go and represent our company, so that Nigeria will develop what we have researched. And I stood by it for over 20 years to work. But federal government is against what I'm doing. And then I'm still paying tax to government. Then how do you expect the country?
Dr. ASHIMASHIGA, don't worry, we will talk many things about this matter of what we get for our country, Nigeria.